Hello, guys. Once again, welcome to Main Plug TV Youth Talk Show. My name is Sharon Owino. So today, before we even officially start, today we are having an outdoor show, but still don't forget our usual game of subscribing. So today I won't count, but just ensure that you visit all our social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to subscribe and to follow. So, as we begin today, I have a guest with me, and we are going to talk about youth and addictions. So kindly, Mr. Kobe, introduce yourself.
Okay.
Ambia wajamaa wewe ni nani?
Yeah, thank you so much, Sharon,
Mhm,
and the whole crew of Main Plug TV.
mhm,
My name is Jackson Kobia.
mhm,
I am a fourth-year student at Rongo University,
mhm,
taking the International Relations and Diplomacy.
mhm,
I'm also the General Representative, School of Arts,
mhm.
Social Sciences and Business. Yeah.
So, Mr. Kobia, so far so good with your achievements in politics and also, let's say, in age also, because you are growing every day. How has been life, or what can you term as your achievements?
Okay, some of my achievements is that I have grown personally in terms of maybe my progress and my initiatives here and there. And also being a student leader, I'm determined to serve the students, and I have been running initiatives which are just student oriented. For example, last week on Friday, that is 14th of October, we had the debates program, our premiering, the first debate of our debate program, which are geared towards assisting the students. And so that is one of my major achievements as a student leader, and also as Kobe, as Jackson Kobe in my matters group. Yeah.
That's great. Congratulations. So, Kobia, today our main topic will be youth and addictions.
Yeah.
So let's first talk about social media. Why do you think youths are so much addicted to social media?
Okay, okay. You see, most of the youths are much addicted to social media
Mhm.
because most of them are after becoming rich and becoming instant millionaires,
Mhm.
and they find it hard to follow the reality and face it. You find that most of the youths will engage in maybe seeking for likes and also some good comments on the social media handles.
Mhm.
You'll find most of the youths in Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media handles there. And the moment that I, as a youth, as I post something on social media, I expect something good in return. That is a good message from maybe a pal or a friend somewhere, and that makes me feel good. And therefore, I will want to post more, just to gain fame and also to have those positive comments. And most of the times, when, for example, I don't get those positive comments, then I become sad or I'm not okay. So I will go and revisit myself and just try to come up with something of myself that will please my audience on the social media handles. So I'll meet myself most of the time spending in these social media uh, platforms and making sure that at least I get some positive responses from the audience.
You've talked about youth wanting to get positive responses such as likes and comments.
Yeah.
Don't you think this is somehow tied to mental health? I mean, that's just like they are not stable enough or they're not confident in themselves. Yeah, so that's why they are, having the fact that they need approval from other people.
Yeah, exactly. You see, the moment that I go and post something on social media and then receive a comment that is contrary to my expectation, then I will become sad. In matters health, they say that there are some hormones which are responsible for happiness and sadness. For example, if I get a like or a good comment, then there is an hormone called dopamine that will be released in me and make me feel happy. Then, in the opposite, when I get a bad comment or receive less likes or comments, um, then an hormone called monoamine oxidase A will be released in me, and that will make me feel sad. I will become sad, and then that will progress to even depression. Will progress even to depression, to stress, and feeling just generally feeling bad. Then I will have a mental issue. That's why we have seen or we have had cases of maybe youth committing suicide because of maybe getting some bad comments from these social media platforms because of the expectations. I expect that when I post something or when I appear on the social media platform, expect something positive. But in turn, when it comes to be negative, then it really affects me, and I will have some stress and depression, or generally the mental issue.
In challenges facing youth and social media, I mean, this case has gone very rampant, and we can see that nowadays even children are involved in social media. They get advices from social media. What do you think is the right approach the government or maybe the responsible organization can take against this?
Okay, what the government can just do is that they can just create some sense of awareness, because they need to talk to the public, to the parents, and in fact, the most efficient way to maybe at least curtail this thing or this phenomenon, it's through the parent, having parental guidance. Because I was watching some news somewhere on the other day last week, and I saw that statistics are saying that even at the age of 2 years, you will meet a child having a smartphone, or that person is able to access the social media handles and the internet at large. And then they begin at that early age. So you can just imagine a child age 2 years old. The moment that that person has started using these smartphones and maybe accessing the social media platforms and the internet, by the time he or she is in let's say the age bracket of 10 to 15 years, then you will just expect that this person will have a vast knowledge. He or she will have undergone the various positives and negatives of social media, and the person closest to this child is the parent. That parent can be advised or can have that awareness to advise this child that you are supposed to do this and that, and you are not supposed to do this and that, so that at least when the child is growing, he or she can have that basic foundation of maybe knowing how to control himself or herself, so that he or she cannot be affected by these negatives from social media.
You've talked about parents taking the responsibility.
Yeah.
What about the companies? For example, if you take maybe a company like my phone or maybe your phone, they have this software called parental guidance. Do you think somehow it has helped, or maybe it's just a software in name, their parental guidance, but it is really not helping?
Okay, most of these companies who own these platforms, for example, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, name them, all of them, they have some features which involve parental guidance and something. But again, um, most of the parents are not aware of these things. So they just, the moment that I have a smartphone, then I don't need to look for maybe to just dig in and access these features of maybe parental guidance. So I will just assume. And even if the child or the youth has that smartphone, most of the youths have become how do I say it, so skeptical. They just want their space. So I will just program my gadget to fit to my wants, the way I want it. And again, there is a feature in some of these social media platforms. For example, in Instagram, there is a feature of infinite scrolling, whereby you can just scroll without reaching the baseline, so that at least you can just have an ending scrolling and seeing pictures, videos. That is a feature from the company that is there just to keep you busy. So you will just scroll, read, see videos, watch videos, see photos, and everything. And then this in turn will affect me, because I will just get busy scrolling, scrolling, and scrolling. Then it is also time consuming. So yes, there are features about parental guidance, and most of the parents, even if they are called, they are termed as parental guidance features. Most of the parents or these guardians are not aware of them, and them being not aware of them, then they can have little impact or little stress to these youths and their children. And again, these children, they just require that some kind of close monitoring, of which the parents, according to me, the parents are not giving them.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Kobia, earlier you talked about youths wanting an easier way to make money. How is this affecting them? Because nowadays youths are into betting, and we find that mostly youths are being scammed. Mostly fake platforms have come up with betting. There's so many betting platforms and betting organizations, yet you don't know which is real, which is fake. Yet youths are also affected. What can you say about this?
Okay, thank you so much, Sharon. And betting again is a very vital issue, or an issue that is happening currently to most of the youth. And according to the Communications Authority statistics, it says that 70% of the youths are into betting. 70% of the Kenyan youths, to be specific, are into betting. And this is because there are several companies or betting companies or platforms which involve maybe the gaming, lottery, and some kind of gambling here and there. And so most of the youths will just find themselves into this betting and looking for instant money. Why? Because even in our campuses, we have seen, you have friends, I have friends who have maybe got themselves into betting, maybe in past times, and also currently. I specifically, I have some friends who are into real betting. And you see, the moment that I get some little money, or even my pocket money, my upkeep money, I will just take a share and put it into betting, and then expect a big rip out of it. And most of the times it comes with frustrations, and the government, especially the government of Kenya, has little effort put into this, or into restricting these betting activities, because you see, the Kenyan law, for example, the Information Act and some betting acts, they are not so specific on how to restrict these betting activities, and even restricting these companies, these betting companies, which have become very many and very popular in terms of maybe advertisements and everything. I'm sure when maybe you are watching your television, or maybe scrolling through your phone, you will probably, chances are high that you will encounter an ad, a betting advert here and there, that is advertising for these lottery games, gambling, and also betting. So most of the youths in the Kenyan population are so much into betting. And as I said, when I was talking about matters social media, we know all these things through social media. And the moment that most of the youths are capable or are able to access social media, then they will know a lot of information. Because we have really transited from the traditional ways of maybe being in a dark side, maybe being in a dark cave of not knowing. But now that we're in the information age, in the technological age, and we have really transited and advanced, everybody can access anything, news, information in real time, just by maybe a tap on the phone, and then I can access any information. And therefore, most of the Kenyan population, and even generally the general population of the world, most of the youth can access information, and this information will then include this betting and this gambling and these lottery games and everything. And therefore, as a youth, when I get information on this, and therefore, and I want to make some good money instantly, I will just get into betting and then chase for that bag.
So, Mr. Kovia, you've talked about betting and Earlier in your statement, if I can rephrase, you said that 70% of Kenyan youth are now into betting. Can we closely link betting and the issue of joblessness in Kenya?
Yes, exactly. Most of the youths are unemployed and they're just idling here and there. Maybe when you walk in various cities and towns in our country, you will meet joints of maybe meet some meeting joints of several unemployed youths, maybe loitering around and maybe just relaxing with no jobs and with no just some tangible work to do. And just as I said that when, for example, I'm lazy, then something will just come to me and I will just try to script a way whereby I will just get some good money or some good income instantly. Therefore, I will get into betting, into maybe lottery and gambling. Yeah.
Mr. Kobia, we've seen that in this century or in the 21st century, Kenya is transiting into online working, and we've seen non-governmental platforms. We've also seen some governmental platforms encouraging youth to work so much to work online. For example, I can give an example with Ajira. We've seen them urging youth to keep working online or to transit to the online way. Yet you find that these betting platforms and other things are all online. Do you think this is also instead of curbing the betting and social media addiction, do you think this is kind of a way that they are adding to it?
Okay, I don't think that they are just adding to it, but uh, we need to have discipline. Uh, each and every individual has to have discipline because you cannot restrict maybe the large percentage of the youths who are using smartphones and other online or gadgets which can access internet. You cannot restrict them totally. So what can be done is just urging the youth to have discipline or these individuals because through my smartphone, I'm able to access my notes, my adults, my classes, meet with new good people, and those are good things, which are product of social media or the online connectivity. So um, having the general discipline whereby I know I can access various things via my phone or via my computer or desktop. Then I will need to have the discipline to an extent that I'm able to access only these good things, these good products of the internet. Then abstain from these bad ones, including betting and lottery and gambling.
Okay, Mr. Kobia, you've talked about personal discipline. uh, as we know, all of us here are youths, right? And youths, we are at a stage where we are growing and we are curious by nature. And if we talk about personal discipline, if this were to apply, then I think this 70% of youths that are currently into betting won't be here. So it means that somehow personal discipline has failed because youths have failed to show that they can control themselves or they have control over their curiosity or urges. So what other solution do you have for betting?
Okay, some of the solutions that can maybe be executed in order to maybe save this large percentage of the population, these are youths, from maybe indulging in this betting, lottery, and gambling, um, is via law, the legal processes and everything. Because the governments need to be serious in matters restricting these betting and gambling and lottery companies. The moment that they are given or they have a good percentage of tax imposed on them, then they will start withdrawing one by one, or they will start diminishing, they will start going down, and therefore the youths will begin concentrating on other matters apart from gambling and betting. Then the moment that the government sets some rules, for example, at our age, or most of the teens, they are into betting, gambling, and doing lottery at whichever age they are in. You will meet a 10-year-old kid betting. Nowadays, they can even bet using the button phone. These are small phones. These button phones, they can still bet using them, and therefore they are not adult enough, and they doesn't understand more. So the government can just get serious and just impose some restrictions, some serious restrictions on who can bet, and even give a good tax, or a tax that is not very conducive to these betting companies, so that at least they can reduce their growth, and therefore they will curb or save a lot of the youth from these menace.
Okay, Mr. Kobia, we were talking about addiction, and we've covered social media and betting. So maybe just in a few minutes, can you talk about addiction, and especially for campus students, because this is something that they are doing it, ladies plus men. Yeah, the young adults are engaging in this too much, that is becoming uncontrollable. What do you think the government can do, or the institutions?
Okay, thank you so much again. And all these issues, they are interconnected.
Mhm.
Ranging from the social media usage by the youth, then we have betting, and then we have drug addiction. Generally, I can say that I, as a youth, I will just know all these things via social media. If it is matters, maybe becoming a drug addict, or maybe using drugs, I will maybe probably see it on the internet, somebody doing it, then I will practice it. When it comes to matters betting, I will know it maybe via the online or the social media platforms, then start practicing it. And all of them, they are interconnected. Okay, coming to the issue of drug and substance abuse among the youths.
Mhm.
Most of the youths are into drugs and abusing these drugs.
Mhm.
Um, and one of the main contributors of this some kind of behavior is lack of employment. Most of the youth are not employed, and therefore they are trying to avoid stress and escape, have some moments of escaping from the reality. They doesn't want to face the reality, because when somebody will say that when they are sober, they are in the reality way, and therefore they will want to have something that will just alter their normal functioning. So that person will either go for alcohol, for bang, or cocaine, or whichever drug, so that he or she can maybe just escape some moments from the reality. But again, that is not well. That is not good, because that person will end up becoming a drug addict. His or her life will become disrupted, and it will become a great loss. So most of the youths, again, they are into drug and substance abuse, and a large number, a large percentage of the Kenyan population, they are into abusing drugs, especially our youths in the high schools, and even colleges, and even the universities. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Kovia. So earlier you said you're a student leader. So maybe you as a student leader, and in an institution where mostly are youth, on your side, what advice can you give these youth in matters concerning social media, betting, and drug addiction? Maybe just in 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sharon. And let me say that I, being in the position of maybe being a student leader, that is the general representative, School of Arts, Social Sciences and Business, um, I can say that personally, the first step that I can take is just creating awareness. The moment that these youths, or these fellow friends of mine, are aware that there are dangers of social media, there are some dawns of social media, then they can be able to maybe uh, abstain from these menace of maybe betting, uh, gambling, playing lottery, and even drug abuse. Because I will just create some awareness that this thing is bad and this thing is not okay. So they will be able to get information that maybe we should not do this, and then we can do the other way around. To be specific, the issue to do with drug and substance abuse, social media, betting, lottery, and the gambling, all these things, they will end up affecting an individual largely negative if at all this person doesn't understand or doesn't is not aware of the negatives inside them. So creating some good awareness will save a good number of the youths from these various menaces here and there.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Kobia, just for the last, maybe your last word, maybe you can big up some of your friends, and maybe the last word in 5 seconds to your students there in the school of,
Arts.
yeah, school of arts. Just the last word to them.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I would like to say that thank you so much, Main Plug TV, for inviting me for this show. And I would like to big up my school, that is School of Arts, Social Sciences, and Business, and promise them that we are together in this, and I'm there to serve them fully. Then I would like to big up my mom, my loving mother, back in Meru County. She is Esther Mwari. She's the one who has really made me to reach where I am. I'm really thankful to her. Then to my fellow youths, I would like to say that let us avoid these negatives of social media usage, of drug and substance abuse, of gambling, lottery, and betting, and then find something else constructive to do, or something that is good for us. Because if at all, maybe this matters to do with social media, there are a lot of benefits that comes along with it. But again, there are also a lot of negatives that come along with it. So we need to abstain from the negatives and then follow the positives. Yeah.
Okay, guys, it has been a good show. Remember the advice. It's, you can use your social media, you can bet, but do that responsibly. It is your responsibility as a youth to take care of your life and to take care of your future. My name is Sharon. This has been Youth Talk Show. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow our Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook at Main Plug TV. It's been nice having you guys, and thank you. See you next time.